Welcome to Binge Diaries. I have thoughts, so let's unpack. Okay, so before I actually push play on Bitten, I do want to give like what I think this is going to be about because I did read the about of the show, but it really didn't give that many details, but I do know that it's going to be following a woman werewolf and she's the only of her kind. I'm hoping that she is the leader of the pack. I don't know. Like I'm hoping that it shows like her day-to-day life and it's like a normal life, but she has this secret, but she also has all of these men that's around her because she's the only one of her kind. I wonder why is she the only one of her kind? Hmm. And yeah, I'm hoping that they like live normal lives, but they come together to like fight crime or something. Or I don't know, like I don't know. If there's like vampires and witches and all that stuff too, this make this show like, there is 3 seasons of this show, so I mean, hopefully they like I hope they're not battling though. I don't want them to be like at odds with each other, but I think it'll be a cool little, it'll be different. But at the same time, if she was out in the woods alone with her pack, that would be different too because we don't get that often. I am officially ready to unpack. I don't even know where to start, honestly. Right off bat, this is a very explicit show, okay? They are, I'm glad that they are leaving some things up for the imagination, but honestly, you see a lot. Yeah, very explicit, so just a warning on that. Okay, so she is not the alpha. She is the only woman so far. She's the only one I'm seeing. Obviously, that's what they said in the show, anyways. But okay. So there are others that are a part of this, and she did leave home about a year ago. What happened that was so bad that she considered them no longer her family? Like, I am assuming that the alpha is the one that called the meeting for everybody to come home, and they're supposed to drop whatever it is that they're doing in their normal life and come running back to whenever he called. And honestly, did she kill the girl? Because in the very beginning, first of all, hold on a second. In the very beginning, we saw her rushing out, changing into a wolf, right? And then next thing you know, a wolf was killing this woman on the edge of their property. Now, I don't know exactly where the property is or nothing like that, but did she do that? They were called back home to find out who killed the girl, like which wolf did that. And she said whichever one is most mad at Clay. And another person said, "You mean besides you?" What happened? What happened? Because when he was the one that was the most worried about whether or not she was coming back home to help. Between them to make her leave because literally she is fine with everybody else, but when it comes to him, she is like absolutely not. Maybe she found out that he like them getting together was no accident. Maybe he killed her pack and she found that out like and when she found out she left. Maybe that's what it is. Hmm. Also, in that same conversation, somebody was like, that same person was like, that ship sailed years ago when she said all she wants to do is live a normal life. So, did she just now like start to change into a wolf or whatever? So she's like a baby wolf, maybe. So can she control like her emotions? Can she control what she is doing in her wolf state? Because maybe she did kill the lady and she don't even know. Last thing I'm gonna say about episode 1, season 1 of Bitten is that it's giving very much setup vibes. Like they were running in the woods and somebody was recording them. I guess I mean they did attack. What was it? Yeah, I don't think it was another wolf. It was a coyote or something. But somebody was recording that whole thing. Who knows? They could have probably recorded them changing or anything. It's giving setup. Okay, so episode 2. Let's go ahead and unpack because it literally is answering a couple of the questions that I did have. So, Clay and Elena was engaged. I don't know how they found each other or whatever, but this pack is who Clay introduced Elena to. So I don't know if she was like a lone wolf before that, or I don't know. But something happened. I still don't know if Elena is the one that killed that first girl. I mean, I guess not, considering that, you know, she was somewhere else when that happened, but it's still possible. But we know the two other killings that happened in this episode was not her. And I don't know if that guy, which is, I guess, a mutt, they call them, like ones that are not, I don't know if they're a part of the pack, or maybe they're the ones that were turned. I don't know. Maybe that's why it's called Bitten, because everybody who they are like hunting down or causing a problem or something like that have been bitten in, and they call them mutts. Maybe that's it. But maybe he is a new one, like a baby one, and he really can't control, because why wouldn't he leave completely instead of going into the bathroom where that girl had access to it, you know? Something about this is still giving setup though. I don't know what it is, where it's coming from. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something's not right. But yeah, I'm super excited to go ahead and continue. I'm liking it so far. I'm still getting the hang of who's who, what's their purpose, who is what, you know? So yeah, I don't know. Maybe a werewolf, a vampire or a witch might pop up. Okay, so I just started episode 3, and I don't know how I feel about this. So, when they found the body, some hunters came and the dog was growling at Elena, right? Okay, so once they go back in the house, Clay was like, the dog was about to attack you, and Elena said, this wouldn't be the first time I've been bitten. And then she said something about how ironic or something like that. And he said, if you're angry at me, come at me. Don't dance around it. And she didn't say anything. So now I'm wondering, did he bite her? And that's how she came in, and that's why she left? But no, because the one guy said that ship sailed years ago and she left a year ago. What happened? And if he bit her and turned her into a werewolf, why is she not called a mutt? And another thing, she was talking to the alpha outside because her human man sent flowers to the house for her. And, you know, the alpha was talking about how nice it was and she don't have to hide it from him. And she was like, I know how you feel about long-term relationships with humans. I have a question, because if she is the only female werewolf, that means she's the only non-human woman they know, right? Then how have they been surviving all this time? Like, I as a werewolf, like species, like how has that been happening if they have not been having long-term relationships with humans? Like, am I the only one that's confused by that? Like, I am really not understanding that. Oh, whatever. Okay, so now that I'm officially done with episode 3, whoa. Oh my goodness. First of all, Pete died. Well, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I really don't want this series to be like a spoiler alert type thing, but I mean, I guess I can't really talk about it without actually talking about it. But um okay, so spoiler alert for everything. Okay, so they did end up finding the killer mutt. The killer mutt ended up getting hit in his wolf state, so I guess he dies as a wolf. I guess that's how that works. But yeah, so he dies. They get to go back to their lives. Okay, so they did become suspicious of this one werewolf that they felt like was just waiting around for their call, which I agree. I think if he's usually gone and it was like they can ask him about who turned the mutt if he's even in the country. So they really were expecting for him to not even be there, but he's right there at their fingertips. So I do believe that he probably knows more than what he like is leading up with. But yeah, so then but Logan and Elena and their significant others are having dinner as they get back to their normal life, and Logan gets a call back that they need to go back immediately because Pete died. Now they have to figure out who killed Pete. And I don't know. Pete just seems so fun to me. So him dying was kind of sad a little bit. Not a whole lot because I didn't really get to know his character and like, build a bond or anything like that. But it is still sad. Now, what I'm not understanding is why is Elena so important to them? And why haven't I seen a vampire yet? I don't know why I'm so stuck on this vampire werewolves have to go together. But why haven't I seen a vampire or a witch yet? I don't know. But anywho, yeah, why is she so important? I get that she's the only one of her kind being a female werewolf, but why was they expecting for her to stay so hard? Okay, so episode 4 doesn't really have a lot to unpack, believe it or not. They did find out who killed Pete. They did not kill him yet because they found out more information like the Mutts are working together. And I guess that's something that never happens because they was all shocked and surprised by that. But yeah, so the Mutts are working together. They're trying to figure out what's to come. There isn't any more information about Elena or where she comes from or where any of them come from for that matter. I don't even know if they're all related like they say. I mean, I know Elena's not related to them because she was dating Clay. But yeah, I'm just confused. I also think something is going to happen to the sheriff. I don't know why they're showing her as much as they are, but she seems like she wants to like them, but she's very investigative. Is that a word? Hope so. I am super excited to unpack season 1 of Bitten episode 5. Oh my goodness, we've made it this far. And let me just tell you, if it was not for the flashbacks, honey, I don't think I would have survived like this far. I still had so many questions and I was becoming a little annoyed with the questions that I had. But the flashbacks helped so much, explained a lot. Just like I thought, Elena was bitten by Clay, clearly. That still doesn't explain why she left because she stayed for a whole 2 years. In this episode, it was revealed that they kind of like policed the Mutts for 2 years and then she left. So what happened to actually make her leave? Initially she was mad at him for biting her. But, she came around. I guess they was together or at least policing them together. And yeah, why'd she leave? Now, when it comes to the Mutts coming together, they did piece it together that they are working together because of Clay, according to Daniel, that came like trying to seek like trade information for Wolf's Pack status, I guess. I don't know if he a Mutt. He did say his great grandfather was the alpha at some point, so I guess his family got kicked out of the pack. I don't really know how that works, but yeah. So he was trading information and he wanted them. Now, what is not confusing, but what it does raise questions for me is that Zachary Kane, which is the wolf, a part of like the Mutt part, and he was reaching like met up with somebody, and I guess he knew Elena Michaels as well. And I don't know if he a wolf, I don't know if he a person, but he just got out of prison. So is that somebody from her past or like it's like an ex-boyfriend or something? I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe she's the reason why he was in prison in the first place. And that's probably why he would want to get some like revenge. I don't know. But hopefully that's revealed as well. So far, her boyfriend back in Toronto, he got the footage somehow. I don't know how that's gonna tie in because I know he doesn't know that she's a wolf. I guess we gotta keep watching to actually find out that whole ordeal. Lena did ask the alpha to not call again, Jeremy. Yeah, she asked him not to call again because when he calls, she can't say no. But clearly, he's gonna call again, and she's gonna be ending up coming back because they got 3 seasons. Like, obviously, I also think that Elena is important to all of them because everybody wants her. Like, everybody wants to be with her because she is the only woman they can be with. That's the only thing that kind of makes sense. But then again, Jeremy said he revealed that he was born as a wolf, like a wolf, and Clay was bitten as well, and he bit Elena. Now, my thing is how was he born a wolf if there are no women around? Like, are the women dying in childbirth? Even though it also was revealed when Elena did her first change in the flashback that no woman has ever survived the change. So maybe they have in the past tried to like convert women or, you know, make them into wolves, and they just died in the process. But why did she survive then? What makes her so special? Is there something in her blood? Maybe she's a witch. Is Elena a witch? Is that why? Like, I don't know what's the correlation between witches and werewolves, but I don't know. It don't make sense to me a little bit. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you have any show recommendations, drop them down below. Just keep them bingeable and spoiler free. Subscribe for more.